Hi, welcome to the Perspectives in Philosophy course. This video, we're going to talk a little bit about my syllabus and point out a few things. You can find the syllabus on Moodle, and I encourage you to read it, uh, get a copy of it, and have a look through so you can be clear about what to expect in the course. This will go through things for very briefly, so I have the pages here. Um, Hopefully you can read this. It's not, sometimes some of the writing is a little bit too small in this presentation. First page, kind of the introduction to the course, a little bit of whetting your interest. There's a quote in the middle from Socrates: "The unexamined life is not worth living." That's what Socrates would consider is philosophy. The kind of regular information, time, date, that sort of thing. This is an online course, as most of you know, and a little bit about philosophy. I will assume that nobody's done any philosophy. Some of you might have, and so we're kind of starting from scratch. And so you may not know a lot about philosophy, which is fine. Well, I hope to teach you a lot, show you a lot about it as this course goes on. Page 2, we have the required textbooks. You'll note at the top, okay, and this is kind of important, all the readings that you're going to need for this course are available online. In fact, I've put them in a file on Moodle called Course Readings, and so you can find them there. I ordered some books, some of the larger and longer pieces, just in case you're more of a book person, you would rather have the book, read the book that way. So I'm leaving it up to you about how you want to go about and do that. Okay, but again, they're all on Moodle, and in some ways, you don't have to buy any books. You can get through this course without buying the books. What's the course going to look like? Um, I'm not sure if you can see that. I don't, but let me just read that. I've chosen some philosophical works that I believe are accessible to freshmen, college students, although I realize reading philosophy can always be a challenge, no matter which philosophy you pick. You will read these and complete activities on Moodle that I have designed to increase your understanding of these works, to improve your memory of these works, because when we talk about things, we always remember them better, and to encourage you to think about them and their implications. So philosophy should raise questions and should have us wondering about what we think is true or false about the world, about reality, about true and good. So philosophy always likes to say that we talk about the true and the good. Um, Page down the bottom there is the final grade calculation in a graphic form, so you can see how the percentage works out. You'll find descriptions for these assignments on page 3. So what you'll see here, and again, you'll have to read through this yourself, is we will have all the participation activities from Moodle that we're doing are going to be called participation. There's questions in there that I'll have there oftentimes to get you thinking and keep you attending what's happening. Keep track of those sorts of questions, and that is worth 25% of your final grade near the end. You'll notice in there that I'm only going to count 80% of them, so I'm going to drop some of those. So not to worry about getting perfect scores on everything. Quizzes, we'll have quizzes. I have this course broken down into roughly 4 or 5 sections, and the quizzes will reflect back on the readings and the activities for that section, just to focus in on that philosopher or the philosophers or that area that we're looking for. And then if you see it on the bottom of the exams, we'll have a midterm and a final, which will be more free-flowing, looking back over the maybe 2 or 3 sections and asking you to compare them. These will be on Moodle, at least with the midterms and the finals. I plan to distribute those questions beforehand, but they will be timed as well on Moodle tests. And then papers, I'm planning the number's a little bit flexible right now, 6 to 9 500-word essays that you're going to write on the questions that I'll assign them. So we've got 2 in the first week. I hope to have 3 in the second week. Take advantage of some of those weekends. Okay, so again, look through that. If there's any questions about that, please shoot me either email. There's a question forum on Moodle that you could use also if you want to ask a question that I will answer for everybody to see. Sometimes other people have the same questions as you do. Page 4 is a calendar. If you look on the right-hand side, there's the readings, kind of keyed to day. Okay, so as you'll see, I'm thinking about this in terms of days. I'm thinking about activities. Roughly, if we're going to meet 2 hours a day, we're going to go out, no more than 2 hours of videos to watch through and work to be done per day. And then, I'll say later on, typically they tell us it's 2 to 1. So 2 hours of work for every hour in class. So no more than 4 hours of work. In my mind, that's how I'm putting all this work together. It is a semester that's being squeezed into 3 weeks, so it's intense, and every 3 week class is intense like this. But if you're wondering, well, what should I be expecting? I think that's what you should be expecting, about 5 to 6 hours of work total, which includes watching the video presentations, doing the forums, writing papers, and reading the text. And a lot of this will be reading the text beforehand. Okay, so give them a try. Do your best. Do not think I have to get everything out of these books. Okay, I want you to get an introduction to the book. So I want you to kind of get a sense of what's going on, test your understanding against what I say, read them in terms of how I'm going to help you to read them in the lessons, and hopefully in the larger run, just relax and enjoy the class. I think you're going to kind of enjoy these ideas. Following up rather quickly, looking at the time now. So course policies. So I'm going to encourage you to read through these. So just, in policies about treating each other, about netiquette as they call it, etiquette on the net, late work, contacting me and whatnot is all on page 5 there. Page 6. Kind of talking a little bit about the course routine, particularly if you're new to an online course. I would really look through this. So I've kind of got a sense of, the kind of rhythm that I'm going to try to establish at the top of the page, which if you see, you read the assignment, you do the activities and the commentaries, go through the videos and stuff. There will be some other activities, either a forum or a paper to do. And then the tests won't be every day. They're going to be sprinkled through as we complete various sections. A couple other things I'll just point out here for you to take attention to. Okay, the first thing is that I use activity completion in Moodle to have you go through the class in a particular order, in a specific set. So you'll find things that you'll see in your Moodle saying you must complete, or you must, or a certain activity will be not available unless the activity blank, it'll give it a name, is marked complete. Some of the activities you have to complete on your own. So like most reading, that you just go, there's a box, just check it when you've done the reading. Okay, that's on your honor. The other activities, like the lessons, you've got to get through them to the end. And once you get through them to the end, then Moodle will automatically mark them completed. And then the next thing that will open up will then become opened up next time you're back into Moodle. Okay, so pay attention to that. I think there's a way that you can see where you are with those completion rates, and they're going to stop you from moving forward if you don't do it in a particular way. So it might take a little bit of getting used to, and please contact me if you find any problems. Okay, I'm trying to set things up within context for completion, but sometimes I make mistakes on the time or the deadlines, or sometimes things get away because there's a lot of technical stuff behind here. And so do not feel uncomfortable or embarrassed, or I'm bugging him if something is not working the way you expect it to work. Just let me know, and we will. I'll go back into Moodle and we'll make it work for you. I want you to succeed in this class. The other thing I'll just note here for you to look at, and again, I want you to read through this, is the lessons. You don't have to complete them totally. You can, if you run out of time or you're halfway through, just close Moodle, close it, and move out. And the next time you come back in, it will open up where you left off. Okay, so go ahead and take advantage of that. And then finally, last page, some technical stuff about the course, the kind of course outcomes, encouragements to be honest, to be follow the Carroll College integrity policy. If you have a disability, please contact me after you contact Dr. Gilboy and whatnot. Okay, so thanks. I have a brief a quiz for you to take to maybe impress upon you some of the important features of this syllabus. I'm glad you're in the course. Welcome to the course, and I'm looking forward to a great 3 weeks studying philosophy with you.